our first episode of SVSN. I'm your anchor, Bailey Bradley, and today we have a lot of interesting news to share with you all. I had the pleasure of sitting down with KFC's owner and their regional manager. Here's more on the story. I'm here in KFC in Waverly with owner Teresa Kelly and manager Becky Yocott. Teresa, would you like to tell us a little bit about yourself in the store?
Sure, Bailey. So I'm a second generation of KFC of Waverly. It was founded in 1973 when my parents moved me here. And then me and my husband took over in the year 2000. So I started here when I was in kindergarten, 5 years old. So I have a huge passion for this community and for this county.
So you guys filled buckets for all the schools in the county, for like the elementary schools. So how did you guys come up with the idea to fill the buckets?
Okay, so the past couple years we've always did back to school backpacks with the kids, and we'd have put it on Facebook, have the community come in and get backpacks. So this year, me and Becky had the conversation. It didn't go as well as last year as what it's been going. So we decided, what can we do? And when I think of what the hardest job is a stay-at-home mom. And then I think a teacher is a stay-at-home mom for 20 plus kids, 10 months out of the year. And I think we all probably in the back of our minds say, oh, I want to be a teacher because, they get the summers off. But I've been lucky to have really close friends as teachers, and they work so hard. I feel they're completely underpaid. They're raising the next generation of kids, and they have the most important role and responsibility. So me and Becky talked at that. Well, she is a child that went through Pike County schools. I have two children that went through Pike County schools, and me ourselves going through Pike County schools. We all have those teachers that were influential in our lives. So we came up like, let's put a bucket and just to let them know, stuff it. Yeah. So that's basically, and it goes back to not only this KFC, but KFC as a brand is passionate about education and keeping going forward. And we'll touch on a little bit, Bailey. We have, as you know, she is one of our employees, and she will be in line for eligible for the REACH program, which is $2,000 that KFC gives back. So it's exciting to work for a brand that believes in education so strongly, like Colonel Sanders did.
So Becky, what impact do you think the buckets had on the teachers?
Well, we were hoping the impact that it would have would be just to show great appreciation for all the teachers in the Pike County school system, and just to let them know, we appreciate you guys, having the kids and raising them really, like Teresa said, and giving them great education. So just something to give back to them, to say, hey, you're not forgotten about, and we just appreciate you so much.
And what was the most rewarding part of being able to give back to the community?
Well, I think the key word in there is giving back. We always like to try to go by what Colonel Sanders says, which is you get back what you give, and that wording is so true. So we don't expect anything back, but we were able to do this and give back to the community in this way because of our customers. So really, it was more of a pay it forward type of mentality when it came to the teachers. And Teresa and I had talked and said, how are we going to do this? What are we going to do? And we came up with, hey, let's go to the schools before the teachers even go into session. Let's take them in there and surprise them and just say, hey, thank you for what you're doing, and we appreciate you, and here's a little bucket of things that you may need throughout the school year.
So do you think you'll continue to do this kind of thing in the future?
Oh, absolutely. So we are always got our thinking cap on how we can help the community. We've done Elizabeth Hopes, we've done
the Pike Pet Pals,
Community Action at Christmas,
Meals on Wheels.
I mean, we're always looking for new outreach programs to help. So our next one that would come up, that is on how many years did we say?
8 years.
8 years is, and I am so blessed to have employees that volunteer to come in, and they don't get paid. And this Thanksgiving, we come in, we make meals for
175 families.
175 families. We're here for 2.5 hours. We knock it out and feed ones that either can't make their food themselves or just need a little extra help, or it's just
They don't have family.
yeah.
They're
And
alone.
that's a fun. It's a fun
It's a
day.
fun day.
It's a fun day.
Well, thank you guys for sitting down with me, and I'm sure that we'll talk to you guys sometime soon.
Thanks, Bailey Bradley.
Here.
Make the Colonel
Cheers.
proud.
Cheers.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Colton here. Unfortunately, Bailey couldn't be here. She was all fighting lions or something somewhere. I can't even remember what she told me. Anyways, we're going to take it out to Cece, who has some really interesting things to tell you about the paintings on the walls at Jasper. Out to you, Cece.
I'm here at Jasper Elementary to talk about the new paintings that are added on the walls this summer. Here are some of the paintings painted on the walls and in the bathroom stalls of Jasper by former Piketon students. I'm here with Jasper Elementary's principal, Krista Conley, to talk about the new paintings on the walls. Why did you choose to add these paintings on the walls?
Well, first, I'm kind of a quote junkie. Like, I love quotes. I think they're very inspirational, and they inspire me. I really enjoy, reading them and then, doing a lot of thinking about them. And I wanted to do the same for our students. And I had seen a lot on Facebook. I was a little bit nervous about actually painting things on our walls because I'm still fairly a new principal. But it was just, there was such a, it was so exciting for everybody on Facebook that I thought, I really want to try this. So I asked people on our Facebook PTO page to give examples. And I got a huge pouring of examples from parents and the community.
Who painted these paintings?
It was about 2 weeks before school started, and we asked former Piketon Red Streaks, Julia Hurst, and Abby Crothers to do it. They are fantastic artists, and they were working for our school this summer, so they were glad to come over and do the paintings.
How did the students react to these paintings?
Nobody's really said a whole lot to me about it. Our staff loves them. They think it was a great idea. I talk about things like that on the intercom, and we say things, but I think they like them. If you actually go into the bathrooms, I don't know if you even went into the bathrooms, but on the stalls, there are like positive words on the stalls too. So, it gives them something to read no matter where they are.
Do you think you will be adding more paintings in the future?
Absolutely. Because we started it like 2 weeks before school started. This is the 3rd grade bathrooms that you're looking at now, and we did in front of the 2nd grade bathrooms, and we did around the 1st grade bathrooms. So I would like to do more like actually on the walls in the bathrooms, because let's face it, our little kids spend a lot of time there. And I want to do like in the cafeteria, and I want to do down the main hallway. So yes, I definitely want to add more next summer.
Thank you for interviewing with us.
You're welcome.
I'm here with Tucker Gilbert, Ava Reiser, and Sophie Metzger to talk about the paintings. Hi guys. So what do you think about the paintings?
Love them.
You love them? What was it like to walk in the first day of school and see them?
I was like, they had a new painting. I was amazed. My jaw dropped.
What do you think, Tucker?
They were cool.
They were cool?
Because it was so colorful now. It was plain the last time.
Are they inspirational? Do you think they're inspirational to you guys and motivational? Do you hope to see more in the future?
Yes.
Yeah? What day is it?
It's a great day to be a Piketon Red Streak.
Back to you, Bailey.
Thank you, Cece. Next up, we have Cam Alexander coming at you with the girls' high school sports.
Thanks, Bailey. Even though it's early on in the seasons, the girls' soccer and cross-country teams are already making great strides.
This past week, our girls' cross-country team ran at the Waverly Invitational. In her first meet ever, senior Brianna Odell placed 5th out of 47 runners. Freshman Shelby Carrico placed 12th, and freshman Maylin Conley placed 14th. The cross-country team will be back in action on September 1st at the Circleville Kiwanis Invitational. Last Tuesday, the Piketon Lady Red Streaks soccer team traveled to Northwest. Throughout the previous years, the soccer team has been 3-1-2 with Northwest. This time, the Streaks came out on top with a score of 1-0. Allie Cruller scored the lone goal off the assist from Savannah Clark. The next game will be at Zane Trace on September 4th at 7 o'clock. Come out and support the Lady Red Streaks. Back to you, Bailey.
Thanks for the sports update, Cam. Now out to Allie that will be discussing the Piketon-Waverly rivalry football game throughout history.
Hi, I'm Allie Crothers, and today I have interviewed 3 generations of Piketon football players to see their experience with the Piketon versus Waverly football game. I'm here with Jake Taylor, a freshman offensive lineman. Hi, Jake.
Hello.
How was your first Waverly game this Friday?
Well, it was kind of a little bit more tense than I figured. It was very heartfelt by the seniors and pretty special.
Yeah. So, how do you think, from learning from that experience, how will that change your game or help you?
Well, I see how hard you have to play to be able to compete with others, so it makes it feel just a little bit more, work a little bit harder.
Where do you see Piketon football your senior year?
I see us doing a little bit of everything. They would play a better defense, better offense, just all around a better team.
Thank you, Jake. Hi, I'm with senior offensive lineman Colton Pinwell. Hi, Colton.
Hey, Allie.
How was preparing for the first game this year?
It was a lot tougher than it has been in the past couple years. Practices were a lot harder. Even though we didn't get the result we wanted during the Waverly game, I felt like the intensity in practice was a lot faster, a lot harder. We hit a lot more, and we was well prepared. Just a lot of young guys this year.
As a senior, how was your 4th and final time playing Waverly?
Little disappointing. Obviously, we wanted to come out with victory for the first time since, 2012, but it is what it is. I mean, it's still exciting to go out that first week of the season and compete against Waverly and play them every year, just because, they're cross-county rivals, and it's just something we always look forward to.
So do you think the rival makes it that much more special, to play?
Yes, I do believe so, because it's guys you've grown up with, it's guys you've known since you were in Pee Wee, it's guys you've always played against. The rivalry is something that, I guess the whole team embraces, and it makes you want to go harder. It makes that adrenaline rush just so much quicker.
Do you have any advice for any returning players or new players?
Any advice? All I guess I could say is just whenever this senior class is gone and when you guys come in next year, just to come with the same intensity that you have on the first day, the same excitement that you have for the first day of football. Because once it's gone, it's gone. Everyone's clock is ticking and eventually you're just going to run out.
Well said. Thank you, Colin.
Yep.
I'm here with former Piketon football player Jason Taylor. Hi, Jason.
Hi, how you doing?
What years did you play for Piketon?
I played for Piketon 1985 through 1988.
What did the Waverly game mean to you?
Wow, it was a big deal. Of course, the county fair, everybody would meet up and a lot of trash talking would happen. But county rivals, I had friends over there that I had played sports against for years. So it was a big deal.
Is the Waverly game still anticipated as much as it was when you were in school?
I think anticipation, yes. I think it might be a little more tame than what it used to be back in the day. You hear stories of fistfights breaking out the week before the game, but now it's still a rivalry, but it's not as bad.
With your experience, how do you think our team will fall?
I'd like to say we're going to do great because I got a son there in freshman year, so that class has done pretty well. But no, Coach Gallion's done a great job. He's really built this program, and it's always on an upward way. So I have big hopes for the future.
I agree. Thank you, Jason.
Thanks for the history lesson, Allie. If you're a junior or senior and you attend the CTC or you do post-secondary and are interested in being in prom committee, please contact Miss Gilbert or Miss Cook. We are also selling Cow Patty bingo spots for the homecoming game on October 5th. If interested in purchasing a spot, contact any of the prom committee members. Starting March 23rd, Zon's Corner will be following the high school and giving out free breakfast every morning in the classrooms to students. And next we go out to Colton Pinwell, who is giving a story on the new start time for school.
Hi, I'm Colton Pinwell, and today we're going to be talking about the changes here at PHS. Some of the things to do with the time. I'm here with student Blake Reeder. Hi, Blake.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. I just have a couple things to ask you. Some of them being, okay, for one, how has this time change affected your morning routine?
The time change affects it affects how early I gotta get up where I live in Jackson. So I gotta get up early to get to school in time.
Secondly, do you feel like this time change has made the day just drag on even though it's only 5 minutes?
Yeah, 5 minutes makes a big difference in the in the school, because I mean, I just feel like you're sitting in classes forever.
Alright, and finally, if you could find any pros to this, what would they be?
The pros would be the 2 extra snow days, and I mean, it adds on time to eat breakfast. And everyone loves breakfast and drinking their coffee, right?
That's for sure. Thanks, Blake. Hi, I'm Colton Pinwell, and I'm here to talk about the new time change here at PHS. I'm with our assistant principal, Mr. Owens. Hi, Mr. Owens.
How are you?
I'm good. I just have a couple questions to ask you. First off, do you think that the time change at PHS makes kids feel sluggish in the morning, that possibly in their earlier classes they're not necessarily doing as well as they have in the past?
I think that any kind of change in schedule affects people to some extent at first. I think that we're very adaptive creatures, and over time I think we become comfortable with whatever we get used to. So given the nature of the time change and all that, if you're a person who doesn't like mornings and you focus on that, I think that you can allow it to affect you. I think that very quickly that you adapt, and it's not a problem, is what I believe. So.
Alright, and another thing is, what exactly gave the school district the idea to put this in place?
Well, part of it is it's a situation that it actually allows for a more convenient, I guess convenient is the word we'd use, convenient, or a better situation in terms of breakfast, letting students have more time for breakfast. Also, by lengthening the day, just these few minutes, it actually adds 2 days of instructional time to the school calendar. So it gives us 2 more days of leeway with regards to snow days. So hypothetically speaking, if we had no snow days, or I'm sorry, if we only had 2 snow days, it would be covered by this small amount of increase in the school day length. And also it actually predates me. This is my 9th year, so it predates me since there's been a change in the length of the school day. So there's a lot of factors kind of went into that. And it's one of those things that we try to look at what's going on, and is there something that if we can change to make things better. So that's the whole process. It's never anything punitive or something where we say, well, let's just make kids go to school longer or something. It's viewed as something that would be productive. It's one of the things I would say about Mr. Reuter, that he's done very, very well, and I've been here for his whole tenure as being the head principal, is that he's made lots of changes. We actually were talking about it just the other day, and they've all been based on the belief that it's going to make things better, and that's been brought about by a lot of different things. Certainly, some ideas that he's had. There have been ideas. He's made changes based on ideas that teachers have had that have been good ideas. He's made changes based on ideas that students have had that have been good ideas, and that comes from the exit interviews that he does with seniors. Actually, he's done some entrance interviews with them as well. So that's part of the process. So it's been very good.
Good. And finally, do you see the school possibly pushing the time back even further in the future, necessarily to get more snow days?
I would need a crystal ball to answer that. If you're asking me to speculate, I would go this far and say that certainly a change in the schedule would be something that would be open for discussion in the future. Does that mean that we're actually going to do that? I wouldn't tell you that I expect it to happen, that we're going to do that. If it was seen as something that would be beneficial, I'm sure it would be something that we'd be willing to discuss. But it's not something that that I'm going to spend any time worrying about. I'll say it that way.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
All right. Thanks, Mr. Owens.
You're welcome.
Back to you, Bailey.
Thank you, Colton, for that hard-hitting story. The junior high will be holding a dance from 3 to 5:30 on September 7th. Admission will be $3. There are currently 25 members in FFA. FFA members will be holding interviews for the Atomic Credit Union positions. The Atomic Credit Union will be opening on September 13th, and there will be a promotional gift given out to anybody opening an account on that day. Thanks for tuning in to our newscast. And as always, it's a great day to be a Piketon Red Streak.